Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for this next episode review for Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 2, Episode 4 for this review. So I'm going to discuss what I watched. Sorry, there was something in my mouth, so I had to take care of that real quick. So please forgive that. But still, I'm going to discuss what I watched for this Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 2, Episode 4, and let you know my thoughts on this episode overall. So let's dive into this episode review. Now, basically, with what I've seen with this episode, I think Galadriel and you have Elrond and his company, which Galadriel's part of that company. They're trying to go find Celebrimbor. That apparently Sauron is kind of there with him as Anatar, and he's just like mass manipulating these people and making them see things like Celebrimbor. He's kind of fooling him for sure, and not in a good way fooling him. So making him see things and all that. I think that's in the next episode that I'm about to be watching soon. But other than that, you have what's his name? The other elf guy that's apparently with Isildur and this other lady that's with them, and apparently she's part of she has the mark of Adar or whatever, and she's part of that crew that she's with the mark of Adar. So they're kind of followers of Adar. Adar is leading the orcs to go destroy and kill Sauron while they're invading elvish lands and all that. So pretty much with this episode, Theo's kind of on his own too, because he got captured by these tree people or whatever, and these tree creatures. So basically, this episode was good, but I had a few critiques, but other than that, it was an interesting episode, from what I've seen, and can't wait to see what else unfolds for Lord of the Rings of Power. At the end, you see that Galadriel gets captured by Adar and his orcs and Uruks or whatever, so he gets captured by them and basically is now Galadriel's kind of their prisoner now. So, unfortunately. But she lets Elrond and everyone else escape while Galadriel herself's being held captive. So, it was a good episode. I wouldn't say one of my favorites, but it was an interesting watch, for sure. There were some action sequences that were pretty strong, and the scenes with Celebrimbor, and then you have, I think they showed maybe one scene or so of the dwarves, but I don't know. They didn't really show it that much with this one. They only focused on Isildur and Theo and the other elf guy, and basically then they went to Galadriel and kind of alternated with what they were doing, where this episode was going. So it was interesting, but there were some critiques I had with this one. But overall, if I were to give episode 4 a score, I'm going to give it a strong 8 out of 10. It's a good episode. I recommend you guys check it out. The ending was interesting, where it's going into the 5th episode, and then I should be caught up after the next episode. And then I'm going to get back to watching movies, for sure. Because I'm very behind on watching movies, and I gotta get caught up. So there's only, I think, 2 more episodes of Rings of Power. The one for this week and the one next week, and then that's it for season 2. So they're only making like 8 episodes for each season, I think. So I don't think we're gonna have a lot left to watch through with Rings of Power. Maybe like 5 seasons or so. That should be good enough, like 5 seasons, maybe 6. And we should be satisfied enough. But other than that, 8 out of 10 for this Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 2, Episode 4, for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode review. I've been meaning to do this one for about a day and a half. I just didn't get around to it the other day because I was having to go to sleep. And I did watch the episode on Sunday going into Monday, but I didn't get to actually sit down and talk about this in a review until now. But other than that, 8 out of 10 for Season 2, Episode 4 for this review for Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 2. Thank you for watching this review tonight.